Question number uno. What year were you born in? I was born in 1992. Number 2. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. Shh. Question number 3. What TV shows did you grow up on? I grew up on Lizzie McGuire, Sister Sister, Phil of the Future, That's So Raven, and Cory in the House. I grew up on all the nice, awesome old Disney shows. Question number 4. And for those of you that don't speak Spanish, it's question number 4. What did you want to be when you grew up? And do you still want to be that? When I was 2, I'm sure I have mentioned this, but if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I wanted to be a vet tech when I was younger. Well, actually, no, I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was younger. And a vet tech. Now that I'm older, I realize I can't be both. You could if you tried, I guess. Anyway, I still want to be a vet tech. Because I still love domestic house pets. Wow, that did not seem right. But I also, as many of you know, if you've seen my Twitter and my Instagram, and for those of y'all that know me personally on Facebook, I talk about it all the time. I want to be a zoologist, an animal nutritionist, an animal behaviorist, an animal trainer, everything that comes with working in zoological facilities. Number 5. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. I don't have any that I can show because I have to export them, and they're all on VHS tapes, so I really can't, but I will show you some of my pictures from when I was younger. Number 6. What were your favorite toys to play with? I had I don't know if I know it's some sort of plastic elephant thing. I can't find it right now because my room is currently destroyed. That's why you're not seeing it. All you see is my chair and stuff right there. I had an elephant that kind of, you carried it around, and it was like a little purse, but it didn't have like a little hole to put anything in. Don't turn that into something dirty. I loved playing with that. I played with a nano pet. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And I have one of those little robotic dogs that have the little bone you stick on its nose and it sticks there. I will insert a picture of those too. I have a doll that I can't currently find, but I had went to Puerto Rico when I was 3 and came back, and something had happened to her arm, so she's got one full-length arm and she has an amputated other arm. So that was my favorite one. I named her Handicap. Don't ask. It's just a long story. Question number 7. What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? Okay, let's take it back to middle school. I was in 7th grade, and I wanted to do the talent show because I wanted to learn to get over my fears of stage fright. And obviously, I have gotten over it because I'm talking to a bunch of people I don't really know on YouTube. But I had gotten a lot of my friends, well, 4 of my friends that were good friends of mine back then, that we're not really so close anymore. I got them to join with me, and we had a rehearsal, I think, for 2 days out of the week, and then, like, the day or 2 after rehearsal, we went in front of the entire school and sang "We're All in This Together" by the High School Musical cast, and it was my decision. And it was funny. It's a good memory, but it was embarrassing, and I will never do it again because I don't have any singing skill. But it's something I got them into, and it still makes me laugh. I currently don't have anything for this next question. It says, read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't have anything with me at the moment because they're all put away and it's just too hard to dig them out. But I will tell you a memory. In kindergarten, believe it or not, I was skinny and everything like that. And we had field day. I don't know if many of y'all know what it is. It's a big old day at the end of the year that their parents come and the kids get to do field activities. And when I did it, I was waddled with a balloon that you blow up in between my legs, and you waddle down probably you're on the edge of the field where the track is, and then you halfway to the field. You sit down, you take the balloon out of in between your legs, and you put it in the chair, and then you sit on it and you try to pop it. And then you have to run back and beat the time and beat the other person you're competing against. So that's something I did in kindergarten, and I was pretty good at it. Number 9. 3 songs you loved listening to as a child. Still to this day, my favorite song is I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. The other one is Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw. And what's the other one? I used to love listening to the Arthur theme song. Oh well, judge me, I don't care. Number 10. What was one funny thing you dressed up for as Halloween when you were younger? I didn't really do a lot of Halloween, but I do remember I had this little ribbon thing and a little glitter crown. Little glitter crown with ribbons going down my back. It was all the way down my back. And I had a wand that looked the same thing, but it was a star and it had the ribbons falling down. So I was a fairy princess. I don't have any pictures. I don't have a lot of pictures of that kind of stuff, but oh well. I like this question. Number 11. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. I was 5, I guess, and we were living in the apartments, and my brother was annoying me. For those of you that don't know, I have a brother that's 7 years older than me. He will be 28 at the end of this month, and I will be 21 in July, so there's the difference if you can't tell. I was watching Pocahontas, like I have mentioned plenty of times. I'm obsessed with Disney Channel, the old Disney Channel. And I remember he wouldn't quit pestering me. So I took a wooden board that had our last names carved into it, that we had gotten at the beach on a trip, that had a nail sticking out of it. And I took it and hit him in the forehead and almost the top of his head because he wouldn't leave me alone, and I made his head bleed. So I'm not so nice as y'all think. And I did that because it was the only way to get him to quit pestering me. And then he would whine. He ran into the kitchen where my mom was and whined and said, "She hit me in the head." My mom said, "She tried to tell you to stop, and we've told you to stop, to leave her stop and leave her alone. You had what had coming to you." So I didn't get in. Well, I got in trouble. I got told not to do it again, but he got in more trouble because they told him to quit pestering me, and he wouldn't. So, number 12. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? Yes, there is. There's a poem I told when I was 6. I told my dad about all what I had gone on in heaven before I came into my mommy's tummy and was born. So I have that, and I am not going to show it because I don't want it copyrighted or taken for anybody else to take credit for it, because my dad wrote it when I was 6 when he was at work. So that is a very special thing. I have some other things that are packed away to keep room in my room. Wow, you know what I mean. But yeah, I do have special things. Some of it I can't show you because I don't want you to know my last name, and I don't want you to take credit for it. No offense. Number 13. What was something weird you used to do as a child? Honestly, I don't remember, but my dad says it's not really weird. It's for any kid at my age at 5. I used to take all the VCH tapes of Barney, put them in and watch them. When my dad did stuff I learned how to do when I was 5. Yes, a 5-year-old knew how to use technology. I guess that's why I'm so good with this and the technology around my house, because people ask me for help in the house. I took all the VHSs out of their sleeves and put them in the VCR player. Took them out, laid them in the floor, and had every single VHS Barney tape laying all over the floor, and then I'd walk off and I would just get away. My dad would have to clean up after me because I pulled out all the VHS tapes and watched all of them, didn't rewind them or anything. So I guess that's kind of a weird thing I did when I was a child. I don't know if you can consider it weird if you want to. Number 14. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? Mentioned in my live video, it was my HS Purple that I had for 6 months that I was back and forth being poked with needles and from doctor to hospital, hospital to doctor, yada yada yada. That was the scariest thing, and I'm still to this day terrified of needles. That was the scariest experience of my childhood. So yeah, don't want to relive that ever, 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 ever. Question number 15. How is the world different from how it was when you were a child? Oh God, the world is a lot different than when I was a child. I was born in the 90s. I was born in 1992. Like I said at the beginning. It's not the same. It's all about, in my opinion, it's all about getting money, dressing inappropriately, having kids while you're still a kid, in some cases. It's all about technology, which I can't really complain about because I'm obviously talking to you on something that's technologically built. It's just not the same. In my opinion, it's gone downhill. But hopefully, I have hope in the future that it will get better, and I will keep my faith in God and my hope in God and everything. I trust Him. That's all I can really do. So this was the 15 question tag video called the Throwback Tag. If you want to answer them, I will put the questions down below. I'm going to do more tags. I have videos planned that I need to start making. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to keep apologizing because life happens, as many of y'all know. So, I will edit this and you will see it. Instagram and Twitter and Facebook are all down below. Love you. Mwah.
The moment was custom made to hold her. I was riding with my daughter on our way back from Monroe, and like children